The closing bell rings in just about 7.5 minutes from now. The Dow is firmly on track for a record close. The S&P teetering, but still at this point, this would be number 26 for the S&P. This would be number 24 for the Dow. We're watching these numbers as we move to the close. It's really close. We're also getting some breaking news right now I want to bring to you. Meta has just announced it's taking on Anthropic and OpenAI. Company just revealed it's coming out with a coding agent called Muse Code as a cheaper alternative to competitors. Meta's AI chief, Alexander Wang, said that Muse Code is an incredibly good option for workflows from a cost perspective. Meta said that some employees are already using it internally and expects usage to gain some momentum. There is Meta. The stock is just fractionally higher right now, but it did turn positive on the news. Well, speaking of Anthropic, reports are that the AI startup will build its own custom-made silicon chips to help supercharge its popular chatbot Claude. Company said that the decision will allow Claude to run faster and more at the scale our customers need. But all that massive AI firepower has to come from somewhere. And our countdown closer says this one stock is poised to become the essential standard to power the AI boom. Joining me now is Tuttle Capital Management CEO and CIO Matthew Tuttle. He's got $5 billion under management right now. It's great to have you here, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
So what is the name?
So one of our favorite names in the AI pick and shovels is Vicor,
Okay.
VICR. And, you know, that satisfies one of the big bottlenecks when it comes to AI, which is how do you power the chips? And it's really set up for the next generation of where the AI power trade is going. And it's a little bit below the radar screen. It's run up a lot, but it's a name that you don't really hear people talking about.
Essentially because this company, you're right, this is one of those kind of ancillary names, but there's many of these names. And when you see this rotation coming out of the big, like the Mag 7 and also the hyperscalers, is this where you're kind of focusing right now, your attention to kind of find that the lesser names, maybe the small mid-cap stories? Is that a general focus for you right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's a mix of things. First off, the market is rewarding the beneficiaries of the spend more than the spenders. So we're looking, who are going to be the beneficiaries? Then we're looking where the big bottlenecks are. It's memory, it's photonics, it's space, it's power. And then from there, what are the names that not everybody is talking about that maybe we can get in a little bit before the crowd gets in? Because once the crowd gets in, something's going to go crazy.
Well, you've got a SpaceX story to tell.
I definitely have a
You do.
story
We got numbers from them last night. Go ahead.
Yeah. So in SpaceX, and we write a daily newsletter, and tomorrow's newsletter is going to be that the AI CapEx debate just went to space. So, you know, we're seeing the same type of deal. They're getting punished for the spending. People want to know where the revenue is. You know, really, they were up 9.5% yesterday, so it's not that big a sell-off. You know, Elon did deliver. I mean, he beat everywhere. But I think people also realized the first earnings, maybe Elon was going to beat a little bit more. We love the stock. I own it in 3 of our ETFs. We're not buying more. We're not selling it. I think it's a great long-term hold. You know, the next few days, weeks, months, likely to be volatile. We've got some insiders that are able to sell. We'll see what impact that has. But, you know, Elon's going to be in the thick of the AI trade. We're not betting against.
Well, I think tomorrow the 20% insider unlocks that trade. You know, and if you're, especially if you're an employee or anybody on the inside of this IPO, you might be, you know, share rich but cash poor. So it's certainly affected the stock. And we expected that with the earnings, but what I think we didn't expect is that there was going to be such a cash burn. And in general, because it's like, what's the strategy here? Is it Starlink, which is really the golden goose? Or is the strategy he wants to build data centers in outer space? He wants to, you know, launch more rockets. What was your takeaway from that conference call?
My takeaway was it was all of that. He wants to be everything, and that in and of itself creates a problem. So how do we value you? Do we value you for Starlink? Is it data centers? Is it space? You know, what are you exactly? And I mean, it's not a surprise. I mean, what's Tesla? You know, is Tesla an EV company? Is Tesla a robot company? Is Tesla an AI company? That's just the way Elon Musk rolls. You know, I'm fine with it. Again, we own it in 3 ETFs. I like the stock. But I can see where people would be confused as to what the heck this thing really is.
What are the other opportunities in your mind right now? Where are we not looking?
So one of my favorite names that no one's talking about is Waterbridge International. It's a water company in the Permian Basin that's set up for, oil and gas drilling industry. They're not in the data centers in a big way yet, but they may be. I heard you talk about data centers earlier, the need for water. That's a real under-the-radar screen name that could potentially pop. The other area that we love is we love the gold miners. The time to buy gold is when nobody else wants it. I think you're seeing the bond vigilantes basically coming out and saying, hey, we got no confidence in the Fed. You're seeing what's going on with the yen. And we look at gold as kind of a hard money hedge. So we really do like gold here. Franco Nevada is my favorite gold miner.
Well, and what about the general economy? I mean, how closely are you watching kind of how the consumer reacts, how the market reacts? We're getting jobs data out this week. I mean, that does factor into, I'm assuming, your overall investment picture.
It does. The thing I'm focused more on is rates. So what I noticed out of that Fed meeting, we didn't raise rates, 3 dissenters, first time that's happened in like 10 years, but the bond vigilantes shot interest rates up. Then you've got what's going on with the yen carry trade. Does that translate into treasuries? So we're watching the 10-year. And 5% is kind of our line in the sand. If we see the 10-year go over 5%, that changes my view entirely of the market. I don't know that we're going to get there, and I really hope we don't, because I'm enjoying this little rally here, but I would be worried if that happened.
Well, Matthew, before we go, I mean, the 10-year got pretty close. And that got a lot of alarm bells going off.
As it should. And it got alarm bells in my head going on as well. We're going to be watching that like a hawk.
I think we all are. Well, anyway, Matthew Tuttle's great to have you on the program. And interesting picks, and way to go with SpaceX.
Thanks.
You have a good story to tell on that one, that's for sure.